I'm Kansas women's basketball coach Bonnie Henriksen, and you're watching Big12Sports.com.
Hello and welcome to the Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, joined this week by my co-host, Sean Dorey.
Saturday was a historic day. Not only did I take the top gift in the Big 12 Conference's Secret Santa gift exchange, but Baylor's Robert Griffin propelled the conference and Baylor to the top of the college football world as he was named the 2011 Heisman Trophy winner.
And really, I think he summed it up best when he said it was unbelievably believable. I mean, come on, a guy from Baylor won the Heisman Trophy? I mean, is this a great country or what? Griffin's numbers, I think, were really Heisman worthy, and the story is really worthy of Hollywood. A team that usually wound up at the bottom of the Big 12 standings rose to national prominence, and a school that national radio mouth Jim Rome called scrubby little Baylor is now on the national map.
That same scrubby little Baylor gave the Big 12 its fifth Heisman Trophy winner. RG3 joined Ricky Williams, Eric Crouch, Jason White, and Sam Bradford as past recipients from the Big 12. Since the formation of the conference in 1996, the Big 12 now has more Heisman Trophy winners than any other conference in the country. And Baylor has as many Heisman winners as LSU, Alabama, Penn State, and Texas A&M.
And to me, one of the best things about RG3 winning the Heisman Trophy is that the nation now has been exposed to RG3, the person. From his smile to his Superman socks to his personality, more people know what the folks in Central Texas and the Big 12 have known since 2008. A number of stories were written Saturday night that focused on the theme that college football has been dominated by negative stories. And to have a person like Robert Griffin III win the sport's top individual award was beyond special. And to paraphrase Jack Nicholson in the movie A Few Good Men, we want him with that trophy, we need him with that trophy, and yes, we can handle the truth.
At last check, those Superman socks were going for over $400 on eBay, so I think the RG3 effect is in full force. From the poster boy of Baylor football to the most recognizable face of Missouri men's hoops, Wendell has the story of Tiger hoop star Kim English.
Missouri's Kim English should be a member of the Big 12's all-interview team. The senior is thoughtful and eloquent. But it wasn't always that way. He grew up with a stuttering problem.
It's something that was tough growing up with because you don't know where the end is. I knew some older guys that stuttered, so I was really terrified, like I'm gonna have this crap forever. But I don't speak well when I'm not comfortable around people. So, but I finally got hold of it. I just really honestly taught myself different techniques to kind of keep my stuttering in check. In the movie King's Speech with Colin Firth, I think, yes. They did a great job portraying the life of someone with a speech impediment.
Missouri is 9-0 and ranked 8th in the coaches poll. They've had no problem adjusting to new coach Frank Haith. And English, who struggled last season, is the Tigers' second leading scorer at 16.2 points per game. He's making 56.3% of his field goals and is shooting 54% on three-pointers.
It's going to define me and my class's legacy in Missouri. I mean, we're going to be the winningest class in Missouri basketball history, but people aren't remembered for that. We're going to have the most whatever this, 3,000-point scores when Lawrence plays his senior year respectively, but none of that matters. The only thing that matters is championships. That's all we want to do, that's all we want to win. And that's how we'll be remembered in Columbia and, more importantly, in the entire state of Missouri.
His surname is a perfect fit. English not only has become a polished speaker, he is also an avid reader.
I mean, you get smarter just by reading. You want to know what's going on, so I definitely take pride, and I have the ability to do it. I don't read anything written about our team, but when I'm not, I read a lot of Jeff Goodman, Gary Parrish, Jay Billis is super. Dane O'Neal is really good. A guy in Columbia, Gabe DeArmond, has good stuff. Vahe Gregorian, Brian Burwell, a lot of those guys do. They're really good writers.
Is there anybody else you can think of?
Andy Katz.
Right.
Oh, and you, Wendell Barnhouse. I do read some Wendell Barnhouse.
Thank you very much. That was an unsolicited from Kim English, Missouri basketball senior. I want to thank Kim for his time. Good luck this season, and we will see you down the road for the Big 12 Media Days in Kansas City. I'm Wendell Barnhouse for Big12Sports.com.
Well, Wendell, if it's any consolation to you, you would be the first name that comes to my mind when we're talking about the great writers of the 20th century. But moving on, RG3 was not the only Big 12 player to bring home some hardware last week. It's time for your world-famous shout-outs.
Well, we're going to talk about some more Big 12 award winners. Last Thursday night in Orlando, Florida at the ESPN College Football Awards, Baylor's Robert Griffin, we talked about him before, he became the 7th Big 12 quarterback to be awarded the Davy O'Brien National Quarterback Award. Oklahoma State wide receiver Justin Blackman became just the 2nd player to earn back-to-back Biletnikoff Awards. The other to do that was also from the Big 12. Michael Crabtree won the receiver trophy as a freshman and a sophomore in 2007 and 2008. And Texas A&M's Randy Bullock won the Groza Award following Oklahoma State's Dan Bailey, who won the Groza in 2010. Okay, my second shout out is a little bit melancholy. Top-seeded Texas and 4th-seeded Iowa State each fell one victory short of reaching the NCAA Volleyball Final Four in San Antonio. The Longhorns won the first set, but then dropped 3 in a row to number 9 seed UCLA to get knocked out. And the Cyclones took number 12 seed Florida State to 5 sets, built a 4-1 lead in that set, but wound up losing 15-11. And for my last shout out, let's talk a little basketball. On the men's side, there are 4 teams ranked in the top 25. Kansas knocked off number 2 Ohio State over the weekend, and Oklahoma is off to a surprising 7-1 start under first-year coach Lon Kruger. And in women's basketball, a huge game this Sunday in Waco. The top-ranked Lady Bears will face number 2 Connecticut in a game that will be televised at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Now, it's the second time this season that the Baylor women's team has faced the number 2 ranked team in the country.
And yes, that just happened. We opened and closed the show talking about Baylor, but can you blame us? The people down in Waco are experiencing athletic success never before seen on the Brazos. For my man Wendell Barnhouse, I'm Sean Dory. Until next week's show, keep up with all things Big 12 on Big12Sports.com or connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great week.